What's going on, man? We alive. We're alive, man. Sound Show Radio. Your boy H2 of the Sound Pros. Sound Show Radio page as well. I'm on live on both pages. I will be putting up the show on both pages tonight. That's a fact. We are doing a Sound Show artist display tonight. The spotlight display, right, Make a Baby? We'll be playing a couple songs from a few different artists, man, who are in the scope on Sound Show Radio Artist Spotlight. You know what I mean? We'll be checking out a few songs from Shroomgard, I Am Swavy, Fergie Baby, and David James, man. We're going to be playing snippets of 4 records and just doing a little bit quick breakdown of stuff that's going on with us for Sound Show Radio, right, Make a Baby? That's a fact. Make sure y'all go check out the Sound Show Radio very first tracklist show with me, So High, and Make a Baby, available right now, right? We had a good time, man. Done at the Matrix Studios Network. We can't forget that. Shout out to the Matrix Studio Network. We are streaming through iHeartRadio and Party 101.9 channel, right, Mika Babes? Right, so I'm going to go check out. Let's go check out the flyer real quick, right? Man, flyers on the screen real quick, man. You already know, man. Make sure y'all go check out the first tracklist show that we have at the Matrix Studio Network, right? Swipe on to the left today. Keep going. That's another dope picture, right?
That's a fact.
Right, picture of us and a lot of rapper. Make sure that you check out that show. Available right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Mika Bay? These are dope classic shows we had already at the new location. These are our first 2 shows at the new location. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Matrix Studio Network once again. You know what I mean? We knocked out 2 new shows at the new location so far. Stay tuned for episode 3 dropping next week. You know what I mean? We was going to come through today, but we figured we'd take off 1 more week to get more organized, get things together with the team, you know, set up for monetization of the other 2 shows that we got out, and then come in and have a dope show next week, right, Mika Babe?
Okay.
So, yeah, man, make sure y'all check out the shows. A lot of rapper in total, right, Mika Baby? Before we do the analytics, right? We're going to show that next week, but in total breakdown, a lot of rapper. I think he got like 3.2K views on his side in total. And we got like 1.9, almost 2K views in total on our side. So since Lotta Rapper's show came out, he's got like 5K views in total, 3.2 on his side, you know what I mean? Or 3.1 on his side, 1.9 on our side. So in total, Lotta Rapper's show has 5K views. This show that we just did, I meant to say, with the tracklist show that we just did a couple weeks back, I think we're now teeter-totter at almost 1,000 views so far, Mika Babe. You know what I mean? So these are like views coming up organically, no monetized, they're adding up, you know what I mean? But the next line of things for Sound Show Radio is every show, every box, every YouTube click, you'll see all of those with K's behind them. You know what I mean? That's the next line of order for Sound Show Radio, making sure all our views, anything that's showing has thousands of views behind it. But right now, we still add up to thousands of views the same way people add up money in your pocket. So don't count out our views, right, Meek? People don't count out money in their pockets the same way money in your pockets or your bank account add up, our views add up. So don't take that away from us neither, right? So that's a fact, Sound Show Radio, that's how we doing that. You know, we got views from our IG page, my page, the Sound Show Radio page, Mika Baby's page. Then we got station views and YouTube. So it's a total calculus combination, right, Meek? So, you know, some of y'all don't see some of the views that we can see, you know what I mean, as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just the analytics for, you know, the first show with Lotta Rapper. Like we said, once again, Mika Baby, he got 5K views, right? And in total, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you see 5K on one thing, but go look at a Lotta Rapper's page, look at his metrics, look at our page, look at our metrics, and combine them all together and tell me what you added up. You know what I mean? The same way I did it, y'all can see for yourselves. You know what I mean? But yep, like we said, the second show that we did, the tracklist show with myself, So High, Make a Baby, we are approaching 1,000 views on that. You know what I mean? I think we're somewhere like 930 in total. So, you know, by next week, we should be reaching 1,000 views on the tracklist show before monetizing. So that's a good look, right, Mika Baby? That's a fact, you know what I mean? So a little light Sound Show analytics report, you know what I mean? I've been putting up some dope posts too, right, Make a Baby?
No doubt, for sure.
Let's go to the post of us at the DSM Matrix event. You know what I mean? I'm not going to play any audio. It's there for people to see. But let's go to the post at the DSM Matrix event. You know what I mean? You see it, right? Here we go. Post available for people to see, right?
No doubt.
Thank you for controlling it for me, Mika Baby. Mika Baby controlling it, you know what I mean? The stuff that we're showing on the TV. This is us at the DSM Matrix event, right, Mika Baby?
Yeah.
After Sound Show 35, that was a great time, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all go check out this clip. We met a lot of people you guys got to meet a lot of people that day. I met Gio that day, but Saigon and Hattie and all these other dudes I already knew. And of course, Dame from the Matrix Studio.
True.
And that's who that is. True. Go ahead and swipe out, huh?
No doubt.
Keep swiping, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
This one, I think we were showing, no, don't go too fast. This is what I was talking about. Easy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? This swipe right here is just showing the hip-hop artwork on the wall, right, me?
True.
Yeah, they got to make sure they check some stuff like that out. They had dope artwork from some of the hip-hop's Fallen Soldiers and this dope iconic album covers, right, me?
No doubt.
You know, that's why I just wanted to make sure they see a little bit of that before we swipe. They can see it, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Now we can swipe. Make sure y'all check out the clip. It's up, right?
Definitely.
Now you can swipe, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Right, here's where we meet and getting ready to meet Gio from Splash Magazine, you know what I mean? That's a fact. Shout out to Gio.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Shout out to West Crave, shout out to Guala Music, you know what I mean?
Splashing.
Right, the whole Splash team, Splash Studios, Splash Mag, all of that. So that's me getting ready to politic with Gio and all of that, right, me?
No doubt.
Right, that's a fact. Make sure y'all go check that out. Swipe up, man.
No doubt. Swipe up.
Yep.
Here we go.
No, swipe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right, here we go. That is us, right? Sound Show Radio Squad meeting who, huh? Saigon. You know what I mean? Shout out to Saigon, the y'all father.
That's
you know what I'm
fact.
saying? Well, you know what I mean? That's a clip. Right. First of all, that clip right there is us walking around a little bit, checking out the Stay Focused clothing, the pink horsepower, and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so we're going to skip through that, huh? Let's go to the clip of Saigon. Next one.
Here we go.
Here we go. You know what I mean? Like we said, you see the pink horsepower on the table, but we moved over to this, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Saigon, right, Mika Babe?
Shout out to Saigon.
See Saigon right there taking a picture with Mika Babe real quick.
No
you know what I
doubt.
mean? Turn around, catch a little quick footage vid with me, you know what I'm saying? Little promotions of the song, and then we also, my cousin Abdul shot Pain in My Life video, you know what I mean, for Saigon featuring Trey Songz, right, Mika Babe?
doubt.
So that's what we confirming right there, you know what I mean?
Facts.
You know, I met Saigon back in 2007. That was a while ago, huh? You know what I mean? Shout out to Sa. We was also talking to the homie Hattie Rax, right, me?
No doubt.
If they see right, he's in the same clip, you know what I mean? Same clip, you know what I mean? So we was just, you know, politicking with Saab, moving throughout the network, right?
No doubt.
Networking, and then we ran into you. I just right, you messed it up, messing it up, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. You already done messed it up. I told you it's in the same clip. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So now he has to go by again. You know what I mean? So Hattie Rax is at the same clip with Saigon. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Right. You gotta stop the jitteriness, son. You know what I mean? We had it. You know what I mean? So now we have the clip run by one more time, and then now you're gonna see Hattie Rax come through. You know what I mean? Boom! Shout out to Saigon once again. You know what I mean? You see So Hot up there with the surgeon mask on, right? Meek, he wasn't saying nothing, right? He's walking around taking footage. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
He wasn't saying too much, right? Okay, now as you see, we're gonna get ready to go right into Hattie. You know what I mean? That was all in the same clip. That's what I was saying, huh? Now you see me crossing in right into seeing Hattie Rax, right? Shout out to the homie Hattie Rax, you know what I mean? That was a dope day, right, me?
Yeah,
shout out to Hattie Rax, you know what I mean? You know how we do, man. You know what I mean? That was a dope day. You know what I mean? Now we can swipe. You know? Shout out to Terrell Blair, right, me?
You already know.
Right.
Shout out to Terrell Blair. Shout out to all of them, man.
Yep, Georgie, all of them. Mika Baby knows Terrell Blair. She knows Georgie and them as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to Terrell Blair as well. Military Ground concert, right? That was a dope event, though, right, Mika Babe?
Yeah.
Right,
sure.
you know what I mean?
For sure.
You're looking on the swipes, man. That was a 95. That was a 95 on the swipes. That's good enough, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We got to get what we needed across. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who was at that event, right? We had a dope time, right, Mika Baby?
Yeah, it was
so now we get ready to get into the artist spotlight review, man.
No doubt.
We're going to start off with this artist, Shungard, man. Shout out to Shungard, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Right, shout out to Shungard. I spoke to him through IG, earlier on this week, Mika Babes, you know what I mean? And he was like, yo, check out my music, blah, blah, blah. Artists, what artists do, try to get their music submitted or discovered or played on, different platforms, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So I told him, shoot, I'll check out his music. And then when I did, come to find out, I liked a few songs that he had, you know what I mean? And the first song that he tried to market to me was this song called Heisenberg. Oh, let me catch the phone. Oh, here we go. Was this song called Heisenberg, you know what I mean? Produced by Ninth Wonder. Phone almost lit a little bit, Mika baby. I had to catch it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got it, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get into that record right there. We're gonna play like an audio clip. You know what I mean? Like 1 minute and change, a little snippet of each record that we're gonna play for all the artists that are in the scope spotlight for Sound Show Radio. So we're gonna get into this joint by Shungard. This joint is called Heisenberg. It's produced by Ninth Wonder. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ninth Wonder, man, legendary producer. You already know how he do. You know what I mean? Like we said, Mika Baby Sound Show Radio, artists in the spotlight. You know what I mean? In the scope spotlight. You know what I mean? Let's go, man. Let's get into this joint by Shungard. We're only gonna play like 2 minutes of it. This joint is called Heisenberg, produced by Ninth Wonder. Shout out to Shungard, man. I believe he's from Houston, Texas. Sound Show Radio, man. Mika Baby, come out of there and go into the YouTube joint. You know how you go into the lines? And then you'll see the YouTube joint with us there. Then you'll see the iHeart symbols and all of that.
I got you. Lives gon' pray for a sunny day and shit ain't sunny. And it's lives gon' pray for a rainy day if sun was coming.
Shout out to Shungard, man. This joint is fire right here, man. This joint is called Heisenberg.
I've been screaming, fuck these J's, fuck your designers. I'm trying to come up off real raps in perfect time and slow grinding. Put the shape in the page just to inspire me.
Yeah, right? Damn, man.
A boss nigga, you can't fire me, you can't hide me.
Shout out to Shungard, Houston, Texas. Remember Sound Show Radio, man. We stream through iHeartRadio, Party 101.9 channel. Shout out to the Matrix Studio Networks that makes that all possible. You already know. Shout out to Shungard, man. This joint is called Heisenberg, man.
Yeah. And when it rains and pours, it's getting deep to your pores.
Make sure y'all follow his channel.
My hand was forced, making my mind a little quicker. You know what I'm saying?
We see some of that B-roll, Mika Baby. You know how we do.
Walk white with the cook on my teeth. You one of them shook ones.
Yeah, stay tuned for the airing of these records professionally on Sound Show Radio. We just enjoying the artist spotlight tonight, right, man? Let's go. Wow. So again, shout out to Ninth Wonder on the production.
Look, let me spit, dude.
Once again, what we do, Mika Baby Sound Show is playing the hottest Indian mainstream hip-hop and R&B from artists all over the world.
Giving words of wisdom. I can show you how to fuck the system. I can show you how to rope a dope. I can show you how to tote the torch. I can show you how to fade a nigga, no shoulder pass. Uppercuts, left hooks, jabs. Tom Brady, nigga, I throw the pass. And my niggas gon' catch and deflate the ass. Man, don't ask me where no Vegas at. Nigga, ask me where the pay bag. Fucking potheads, I'm talking that. Parmesan, American, pepper jack. Cheddar Bob, nigga, don't shoot yourself. Flip the script, I got that retard flow. I show up the weigh-ins and smack asses like Ricardo and send them selling, nigga, that's cargo. For my bitches good, I open up that car door, but don't that hard though. When a nigga wanna ask for the sloppy, it's a necessity I need it. Can bring the drop while she taught me. It isn't fair, I defy gravity and just rise to the top beat. Nigga, I got the top seat like you fuck won't stop me. Stop me, man, not even the
Shout out to Ninth Wonder on the production.
With the squad, then I advise you better run. Nigga, show me my motherfucking competitor. Right hand is
said, we're not playing the whole record, right, Mika Baby? Stay tuned for the proper airing of the song on Sound Show Radio, man. Shout out to Shungard, man. That joint is called Heisenberg, produced by Ninth Wonder. You know what I mean? We always displaying the hottest independent and mainstream hip hop and R&B from artists all over the world, right, Mika Babe? Whether we at the station or at the home station, that's a fact, right?
No doubt.
Just in case y'all want to know what we smoking Mega Runs times Granddaddy Purple. You know what I mean? You know, that's how we giving it up right there in the pre-roll. But like we said, man, when our artist spotlight, man, once again, shout out to Shungard, man. That joint is called Heisenberg, yo. That joint is a hot record, once again, produced by Ninth Wonder, right, Mika Babe?
Shout out to Ninth Wonder.
Yeah, man, shout out to Shungard. That's a fact, right, Mika Babe?
You know it is.
We are working, you know what I mean? Once again, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Matrix Studio Network where we air our music and where we do sound shows on a professional scale. You know what I mean? Right here, when we do stuff at home, it's the home stations, you know what I mean? Home station shows and artist song reviews and special things, you know what I mean? This is a Sound Show Radio in the scope artist spotlight special, you know what I mean?
Yes.
We'll be checking out music from Shun God, I Am Swavy, David James, and Fergie Baby. That's a fact, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's only right to we get into this next record by this artist named I Am Swavy, me. Checking out his music, you know what I'm saying? Also seen him marketing his music, you know what I mean? And checked out some of his songs, man. He got some heat, man. Shout out to I Am Swavy. He's from Harlem, New York, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do, man. Shout out to I Am Swavy, man. Definitely doing his thing. You know, he has some hot drill records and he also has some hot, just good hip hop songs, you know what I mean? Good fire records, you know what I mean? I heard different versions. It's not like he only makes drill or whatever. Right. I heard different versions of songs, you know what I'm saying? Right, so, you know what I mean? Shout out to I Am Swavy, man, for having a variety of different hip-hop. But, you know, I believe he's a younger man, so he's just definitely making sure that he got that drill fire as well. So shout out to I Am Swavy, man. We're going to get into a clip of this video and this record, Can't See Me, you know what I mean? Sound Show Radio in the scope artist spotlight special, you know what I mean? Shout out to I Am Swavy, man. We get ready to get into this record, right? Make a baby. All music displayed for promotional use only, you know what I mean? Sound Show Radio displaying the hottest indie and mainstream hip hop and R&B from artists all over the world, right? You know how we do, whether we at the station or the home station. That's a fact, right? Make a baby. So let's get into this time by I Am Swavy. This one is called Can't See Me. Shout out Swavy.
They can see me, got them calling me Cena. Bro spinning a rental, I spin in a Beamer. Now I'm feeling like Marty. No, you can't be my bitch, cause I'm tooling no Gina. Get her wet when I see her. Call her Aquafina, she love when I beat it. From the block with my heater. Like,
you always just playing the hottest indie and mainstream artists all over the world, right?
I spin in a Beamer. Now I'm feeling like Marty. No, you can't be my bitch, cause I'm tooling no Gina. Get her wet when I see her. Call her Aquafina, she love when I beat it. From the block with my heater. Like, spin it. They say it's something, we gon' spin it. The first one we see, we knock 'em off his pivot. The first one we see, we knocking off his spit it. Rolling up, treat that boy like some Zaza. I gotta know I'm about to check my pop. Flex my vibe, I tell him get low to me. Dummy, if you miss when you spit, then you lucky. She think she a dope, so I'm moving like Chucky. Get the guap, get the bag, get the money. I'm on time, so I'm more like a demon. They think that we eat for no reason. I'm thinking about passing the sheen and keep a toe no kill, cause he thought he was clean and bitch. I'm always put through the side, throwing everything down like we ain't got the shit in there. She wanna lick, I need a new play. Up on him, if you ask me, bitch. I'm not care if it's raining, it's sleeting, it's snowing. I don't give a fuck who you from with. I don't know about the cover, you thinking it's over, and like that shit over again.
Sound Show artist song reviews as well, right? Make a baby.
Nothing. Soon as she see me, that bitch get the fucking. Got her legs shaking like she pumping. Tell her baby don't move like an op, don't move like a thot, just move the knocks. Said all of her papers is blind, niggas thinking about hopping me to be a pop. They can see me, got them calling me Cena. Bro spinning a rental, I spin in a Beamer. Now I'm feeling like Marty. No, you can't be my bitch, cause I'm talking no Gina. Get her wet when I see her. Call that hoe Aquafina, she love when I beat it. From the block with my heater. Like God. They can see me, got them calling me Cena. Bro spinning a rental, I spin in a Beamer. Now I'm feeling like Marty. No, you can't be my bitch, cause I'm talking no Gina. Get her wet when I see her. Call that hoe Aquafina, she love when I beat it. From the block with my heater. Like God.
That's right, Sound Show displaying the hottest indie and mainstream hip hop and R&B from artists all over the world, right? Make a baby. Yo, I like how they drilling out these songs, man. You know what I mean? These songs is fire, you know what I mean? How they catch the juvenile joint like that, man? Let's go.
Always had to take it to my
Shout out to I Am Swavy, man.
We gon' make it. Your nigga got it for nothing. You can't
And homie on this one right here, man. They smoking this joint. Let's go.
Get the bag and we spin it like pop. Play the nigga my time, but the try.
Yeah, stay tuned, like we said, right? Make a baby, stay tuned for so much more, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
That's a fact, you know what I mean? Well, we didn't even say that too, but stay tuned for new music from the homies that we played at the DSM Matrix event, right, Meek? We forgot to say that. Pardon me on saying that. Stay tuned once again. New music from Saigon, Hattie Racks, you know what I'm saying? The Splash Music Crew, Guala Music Gang, all of that, man. Stay tuned for new music from Saigon, Hattie Racks. All of them will be played and aired on Sound Show Radio, right, Mika Baby?
You already know.
You know what I mean? That's a fact, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna intercept what we was just doing, but we forgot to mention that on the last clip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, getting back to the new artist in the scope spotlight. Once again, that was by I Am Swavy. That joint was called Can't See Me, you know what I mean? That was fire right there, you know what I mean? Stay tuned for the proper hearing of the song on Sound Show Radio, right, Mika Babe?
That's a fact.
That's a fact, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned for that, you know what I mean? Yo, these artists, they're in the spotlight, man. They're in the scope. You know what I'm saying? Like they have on the radar for Sound Show Radio. We have in the scope, meaning like you're a target because you're putting in work. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you a target to have your music aired and give you a chance to appear on Sound Show Radio with us for interviews and in studio performances. Right, Mika Babe? That's a fact, man. Yo, it's only right that we get into this next record by this next artist who is in the scope on the Spotlight special. This artist, once again, another artist from Harlem. You know what I mean? With us being from Harlem, you know, we represent and do it from Harlem always and then the entire city. Right, Mika Babe? We do it for Harlem, the Bronx, and Brooklyn, Queens, and the entire city, then all the states and all parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? But being from Harlem, New York, you know, we definitely got to represent that Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Fergie Baby, man. He's on fire. You know what I mean? He's definitely like a heavy on the energy with the music. You know what I'm saying? He has big energy with his music and he's coming out with anthemish type records, you know what I mean? So shout out to Fergie Baby. This record we about to get into, Suburban, it's been out for a couple of years, right? I think it's been out for like 2 years so far, but it's picking up heavy traction, you know what I'm saying? It got 6-figure views on YouTube. Make sure y'all go check this out, man. This joint we about to get into by Fergie Baby, once again, like I said, is called Suburban, and this is a hit record, you know what I mean? That's a fact. Let's get into this joint, man. Once again, Sound Show Radio, artists in the spotlight, in the scope, spotlight special. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go, right? Shout out to Mika Baby, you know what I mean?
You already know, man.
Oh, vibing out with me, you know what I mean? Helping me control the screens and all of that. Word. Shout out to, once again, the Matrix Studio Network, you know what I mean? Shout out to iHeartRadio, shout out to Party 101.9 XFM channel, you know what I mean? Shout out to everything that's behind Sound Show Radio, man. We appreciate you, you know what I mean? So once again, this is by Fergie Baby. This joint is called Suburbans, right, Mika Baby? Tell me, Mika Baby, what we do? Indie, mainstream. All over the world.
You niggas won't say,
Shout out to
baby,
Fergie Baby.
my energy different. Got me like, the nerve of you niggas got love for you, but I need me some distance. All of this politic can really come from the oppositions. Yeah, I'm hearing the
This called
whispers.
Suburbans.
Look. I remember them days when I had a bunch of niggas in my circle, now I got a few. Home baby, yeah, I'm one of them niggas, don't ever play yourself and get it confused. Shorty be bugging and thinking I really lie when I know she can't handle the truth. She want me to pick and choose a decision I never could do. Hopping out of the big body, shit, I'm moving like presidential. Popping out of Suburban, leaving the house through gas, nigga need emergency contact, shit is over. I swear I be doing my best, it's not enough for shit. So I'm baby, ain't perfect. I fuck a friend, I told her my accident, but a nigga really did it on purpose. Niggas just
Word, shout out to Fergie Baby. This is a hot record right here, right, Mika Baby?
I believe in God, nigga. I don't need some other nigga to preach to you.
Sound Show, artists in the scope, spotlight special.
Be Harlem, baby, don't need at least when he sanction, cause the convo is me. Shorty got mad to fuck another nigga, keeping it playing till that nigga keep though. Niggas be stabbing and punching my back, had to tell them niggas that I eat though. Niggas be trapping right out of the trench, how the hell he out here with the reek though. Nigga been fucked up, why the hell I decided to mix the Henny with the clique though. I remember them days when I had a bunch of niggas in my circle, now I got a few. Harlem baby, yeah, I'm one of them niggas, don't ever play yourself and get it confused. Shorty be bugging and thinking I really lie when I know she can't handle the truth. She want me to pick and choose a decision I never could do. Hopping out of the big body, shit, I'm moving like presidential. Hopping out of
Hot record right here, once again,
this
man.
nigga need emergency
Shout out to Fergie
contact.
Baby. This is called Suburbans.
This is not enough for shorty cold.
Sound Show Radio is playing the hottest Indian mainstream at the station or the home station.
Old friends, they lost us when they sitting at home while we doing the tour bus. Shorty like, baby, I need me to your shoes. Had to ask her like, for what? Ain't no love, I need all trust.
Make sure y'all follow Fergie Baby channel. Like and subscribe. See the views on that video.
I'm looking like the nigga that everyone wanna get next to. Gotta watch it for you. I departed from many niggas cause these niggas be giving all of the excuses. Fuck, baby, I'm ahead of the game, have me going back in the future.
Radio Party 101.9. Shout out to the Matrix Studio Network.
Shorty be bugging and thinking I really lie when I know she can't handle the truth. She want me to pick and choose a decision I never could do. Hopping out of the big body, shit, I'm moving like presidential. Popping out of Suburban, leaving the hospital bags, nigga need emergency contact.
You know how we do, man. Sound Show Radio. This is playing the hottest Indian mainstream hip hop and R&B from artists all over the world, man. Like we said, man, we'll be playing one song from each one of these artists. You know what I mean? Half of the song, most of the song, and then fading it out. You know what I mean? Stay tuned for the songs being, completely aired on Sound Show Radio, you know what I'm saying? At the Matrix Studio Network, streaming through iHeartRadio. Hold on, let Auntie get the cough up, because we smoking fire in here and all of that, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact, right? Enjoying this good music and all of that. You know what I mean? All right, Mika Baby, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do, man. We're enjoying this artist spotlight in the Scope special. Once again, shout out to Fergie Baby. That record was called Suburbans. Make sure y'all follow him. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe to his YouTube channel. That boy got hit records, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
Stay tuned, Meek, for the airing of all of these songs on Sound Show Radio at the Matrix Studio Network. Once again, streaming through iHeartRadio, Party 101.9 channel, XFM Radio, you know what I mean?
You're ready.
That's a fact. We got one more, Meek. David James. One more. You know what I mean? We good to go. I mean, make sure y'all follow Sound Show Radio page. It's fact. You know what I mean? Let me show that real quick, Mika Baby. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all follow Sound Show Radio's channel. You know what I mean? Like and subscribe. See, it's right there. You know what I mean? Like I said, our YouTube's been up for a couple of years, but now it's all about the monetization, because we have a lot of dope shows, and now we just want people to understand the magnitude of this platform that was built. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check out Sound Show Radio. We got a lot of dope shows up there, man. That's a fact. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Push the notification button, right, Meek? Like, follow us on IG. Sound Show Radio _sound_show _radio. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sound Show Radio, all one word. SOUNDSHOWRADIO. Like and subscribe, like I said, once again, to our channel. Check out all our shows we got available up there, you know what I mean? We have over 74 guests at our old station, you know what I mean? We had one guest at the new location. We had over 116 episodes, 100 videos uploaded on YouTube, with a lot more to go, you know what I mean? We even got the post-show lounge podcast part that's attached to Sound Show Radio, right, Meek? Post-show lounge talk podcast attachment that's already done after people come to the Sound Show. Make sure y'all check all of that out, right, Meek? It's available on our YouTube and IG, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
We got a lot of hidden gems up there, man, and that's what we just working on, picking up the views, followers, subscribers, and monetization, you know what I mean? We invested money being at platforms and putting things together, but now we got to invest more money online so we can get better online results and make it more seen and more known that a platform like this is out here for people from the culture, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
That's a fact. So we got one more record to get into, right, Mika Baby? Like we said, once again, make sure y'all check out our YouTube channel, though. You know what I mean? Like and subscribe, you know what I mean?
Notifications.
That's a fact, you know what I mean? Stay tuned for Mika Baby's YouTube channel with all her new stuff coming up. She has a lot of stuff on the way as well, you know what I mean?
You're ready.
That's a fact, man. But yeah, we're going to get ready to get into this final artist that's in the spotlight, man, of the Sound Show Radio In the Scope Artist Spotlight Special, right, Mika Baby?
That's a fact, bitch.
All right, we're going to take it to the Bronx, man. This artist right here, man, David James from the Bronx, man, he's a dope new artist, you know what I'm saying? Dope new independent artist, man. We played a few songs from him, on Sound Show Radio. We added like 2 or 3 songs from him, you know what I mean?
We did.
That's a fact. Shout out to David James, you know what I mean? Representing that BX New York. You already know. Shout out to the Bronx, you know how we do, man. That's a fact, you know what I mean? How you feel, Mika Babes?
Feeling good. You already know. Happy Saturday. You already know how we do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You already know, man. We just getting into so much new music and representing, some of the hottest independent artists, you know what I mean? All over the world, you know what I mean? Not just in the city, right? Maybe we play songs from artists that are all over, you know what I'm saying? That is a fact, you know what I mean? You know how we do, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Shout out to everybody who supports what we doing, you know what I mean? We have been doing radio for a couple years now, you know what I'm saying? Just building up what we're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact, man. Shout out to everybody who supports. Stay tuned for so much more, right?
Stay tuned.
That's a fact, man. We've been working, man. Go check out the shows online, you know what I mean? It's a fact, man. I don't know what's going on YouTube, but I'm pulling up weird people. Shout out to David James. You know what I mean? I'm about to locate his page real quick. You know what I mean? That's a fact. You know what I mean? We are working. Once again, shout out to iHeartRadio, Party 101.9 channel. I mean, that's a fact. You know what I mean?
You know it.
You know how we do. You know what I mean? That is a fact. Sound Show Radio, we always displaying the hottest Indian mainstream. You know what I mean? That's a fact, man. So far, we definitely shouted out who, Mika Baby? Shungard. We played Heisenberg, produced by Ninth Wonder.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What we played? We played I Am Swavy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Can't See Me. That was a hot record. You know what I'm saying? You know, third artist that was on the spotlight. We played Fergie Baby. Suburbans. You know what I mean? That's it's a fire record. He's from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? And then this last joint we're gonna get into is by David James, you know what I'm saying? Right, you know, he has such a common name though. I had to make sure that I select the right music because there was different people coming up and all of that, you know what I mean? He has so much hot shit real quick though. You know what I mean? Let me see. We can also do a promo clip too, right from the IG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me see. Promo clip right from the IG and then come back. Let me see. Boom. I'm here. I'll tell everybody supposed to be doing. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? That's a fact. You know what I mean? We always be displaying the hottest Indian mainstream hip hop and R&B from artists around the world. You know what I mean? That is a fact, right? We can be.
That's what we do.
Shit. So many years now. You know what I mean? Check the track record, you know what I mean? Like you said, before we come over to YouTube, you know what I mean? We come over here, make sure y'all follow David James, you know what I mean? David James Music, right? Make it big. Shout out to David James, BX artist, man. This kid is hot, man. You know what I'm saying? He got some fire, you know what I mean? You know, let's go. Let's punch into his on the radio freestyle and see what he did real quick, me. You know what I mean? Let's see what he did. Unmute it. Let's see what he did. Shout out to David James, man. Let's go. Nah, so it's down on the volume. Squeeze your volume up on the side. This means you gotta squeeze your volume up on the side.
Rose from the ground, probably why his roots brown, but his pockets on eucalyptus. If you don't like me, eucalyptus. You just a hater, man. That thing.
Shout out to David James, BX New York.
You out your mind, you need a new prescription. Forever thinking what I do is scripted. This is me, round table. I sit with G's, ripping weed, discussing ways to get the cheese. With no investigation from the D's. Look, the streets ain't grand with love. This shit more about scams and drugs. European vehicles and satanic plugs. But we don't speak on what the damage does. It's unchangeable, and my anxiety is untamable. Nothing left to do but live low and stack high.
How we do, man? Shout out to David James, Bronx, New York. You know how Sound Show Radio do, man.
But I don't sweat, they pathetic, they just mad cause I'm getting mine.
Alright, we're going to the next clip. You know what I'm saying? Word, going to the next clip. Keep going. Let's see what you got right there.
Right here, stop right
Yeah.
here.
See, you are now listening to none other than Dave. Bars hot as the sun.
Shout out to David James, let's go.
We used to spray on axe to cover the
Real
haze.
hip-hop shit, right, nigga? Not that bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Be comfy and paid. Fuck it, my day start with a list of promises I make to myself. And rap niggas want the title, but the only way they taking my belt is if I spank them. Niggas ask me where I rank them. Somewhere in the bottom 30. Somewhere with your bitch getting down and dirty. Hit it, then I'm sliding early. She a 7 in the face, but she kinda curvy.
Okay, keep scrolling. I'll show you. I want you to stop. Shout out to David James. Keep scrolling. Let's go right there, right there. When I say right there, you move up again. I don't know what's going on with your coordination sometimes. Let's go. Let's go.
Baby, I'm already knowing. Told me you wasn't finna make it hot. Shit, but it's already showing. You know I'm the big end. Go get the weed.
Shout out to David James right here. This one is fire right here.
She said she trying to see if my dick heavy, man. She trying to see how much bread she can get out of pee. But I'm still in the trenches from humble beginnings, so she won't get shit out of me. And I just had to keep it a beam. I got my young nigga.
We got so much dope music, man. Stay tuned, man. We will be hearing a few hot records on that,
He just waiting on one of you niggas
find me as soon as he spin us a drip. We tryna party and vibe. If you really want it,
Yes, man.
slide.
Shout out to David James, man. Stay tuned for his music as well. We aired a few records from him on Sound Show Radio, you know what I'm saying? And we got a few more to come from him, man. Shout out to David James. Follow him on Instagram at David James Music, you know what I mean? Kid got some fire, that's a fact, you know what I mean? So much more on the way for us, you know what I mean, at Sound Show Radio. You know what I mean? We always displaying the hottest Indian mainstream, you know what I mean? Stay tuned for the new show that we have coming up next week. We're going to definitely play some of the hottest Indian mainstream. The track list is crazy. We got guests lined up and all of that, man. So stay tuned for so much more. Thank you for tuning in with us at Sound Show Radio, right? That's a fact, right? You know what I mean? Once again, shout out to everybody that's on the spotlight for the day, you know, which was Shungard, I Am Swavy, Fergie Baby, and David James, you know what I'm saying? That is a fact, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They have a lot of incredible music out there. Make sure you check them out on YouTube. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and all of that, man. That's a fact, right? Come on, you know what I mean? Yo, we gonna go out with this record right here, man.
All over my
By David James and Devin Arbiza.
Relax in the mansion like it's Migos. I can't even sell shit that I smoke. This shit cost bands like the Beatles. If we watch movies like it's regal, then go cash out on seafood. Send her home with a quarter-ounce of diesel. Girl, that boy don't even feed you. Every time he spread it like the measles. I feel like these niggas want competition with me. I only compete with myself. This for the niggas who stuck to the mission with me. I got Dad Fair up in the kitchen with me. Got the oven on 450. I got that ounce of Gorilla Glue. I'ma smoke that in the dad and more sticky. These niggas wish they could do what I do, but they can't, so instead they want war with me. I hit this bitch from the back and it's lovely. I might bring that pussy on tour with me. From a block where you gotta look before you step. If you don't, you get killed here. Half of my niggas is blazing for PD, the other half rolling like wheelchairs. They call me David, I speak from the heart. I was born in the Bronx, I'm still here. If it ain't gone, we don't feel fear. Yeah, let's get it. Yo. Don't let nobody tell you struggle don't hurt. I was in middle school trying to get fly with my uncle's old shirts. Couldn't afford Nike, had ponies on. Now I'm sitting with execs plotting on a big bag with the homies on. I'm the top competitor. You think he hot, but he not. He regular. All I do is blunt blaze. I don't make the front page, I'ma pop the editor. Look, I rap for them niggas who wake up stressed. Punks on E trying to do their best. Keep going hard. Niggas ain't built like you for another 24, you blessed. A lot of
Shout
niggas
out to David James, man. This is incredible, man.
no baby showers, we ain't shout. A lot of niggas in the sky and something. Just trying to stay focused. Streets got a nigga hopeless. So I let it out on the beat.
Shout out to iHeartRadio, Party 101.9, the Matrix Studio Network that makes this all possible.
If you cross me, nigga, you dead to me. Yo, baby girl, you just met to me. I'm looking good. Niggas look fed to me, trying to be great. It's more than breath to me, nigga.
Sound Show Radio, Artist Spotlight Special, right? What we do make, we always displaying the hottest Indian mainstream hip hop and R&B from artists all over the world, man. Shout out to David James, like we said, man. Shout out to all the artists that appeared on the spotlight. Like we said, man, once again, shout out to Shungard. Follow him on IG, follow him on IG, follow him on YouTube. Shout out to I Am Swavy, follow him on IG. Like and subscribe to all of the artists on YouTube. Follow him on YouTube as well. Shout out to Fergie Baby, another fire artist. Like and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on IG. And last but not least, shout out to David James. Follow him on IG and like and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Make it bad. This is it for the Sound Show Radio Artist in the Scope Spotlight Special. You know what I mean? Brought to you by Sound Show Radio at the home station, right? H2 and Mika Baby. You already know. Shout out to the Matrix Studio Network, iHeartRadio, Party 101.9, Audacity, and NexusPlus.com. I Mika Baby. Right, you know what I mean? So we're going to holler at y'all later, man. This was a good one, you know what I mean? We're going to relax and enjoy the rest of our night, you know what I mean? Give a little something for the people because we didn't come through to the station today and do a sound show. But just know we decided to relax this week, you know what I mean? And come through next week with crazy show, crazy track list, some new guests and all that stuff lined up, man. So stay tuned for next week for the official episode 3 of Sound Show Radio season 13, right? Yeah. Episode 3 drops next Saturday. So we just hit him with the little Sound Show Radio Artist in the Scope Spotlight Special. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody who supports what we doing, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate y'all. We'll holler at y'all later, man. You know what I mean? Stay tuned for so much more.
No doubt, man.
One.